Hey, hi, hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Chloe, and as you saw by the title, today's video is going to be about Elliot Page being featured in the Time magazine. Before we get started, please give me a like and subscribe as it really helps my channel, and let's get started. I'm sure you all know by now that Elliot Page was featured in the Time magazine, which is really awesome. So on his Twitter, he shared the article saying, "With deep respect for those who came before me, gratitude for those who have supported me, and great concern for the generation of trans youth, we must all protect. Please join me in decry anti-trans legislation, hate and discrimination in all its forms." So I didn't actually read the article. I kind of got the summary of it from Samantha Luck's video about this. I don't subscribe to Time. So Elliot is quoted saying, "I'm fully who I am." And under that it says, "Actor Elliot Page in the fight for trans equality." So that is all great. So here are some cute comments about it. "Thank you, Elliot. I'm the mother of a 12-year-old trans child and have been supportive since day one. I love my son so much and all I want for him to be his true self and happy." Sorry, I do not read very well out loud. "Sensory processing disorder." Someone else said, they replied to that person and said, "Same. My son started explaining who he was at 4, and I just said, okay. And then when he wanted to fully transition in kindergarten, I said, okay. And he's the most confident, well-adjusted kid in my house. His classmates and their parents in school have been nothing but supportive." Those are two awesome stories. We love to hear stuff like that. We love when parents are supportive of their children. I wish that most were, but unfortunately that is not the case. Not yet, but it is getting better. Now we're going to get into some more nasty comments, but we will end it with nicer ones at the end. And Imara might be crazy behind me, so just ignore her, I guess. "What's happening with Elliot Page is actually just breaking my heart. Page deserves help, not being used and exploited for a leftist political cause. It is inhumane and cruel." I just don't even understand. Why do you care that someone else is trans? It has nothing to do with you. But it breaks this poor woman's heart. It breaks her heart that Elliot Page is being his truest self and living his best life. He's definitely not being used or exploited for a leftist political cause. That's a very weird thing to say. Someone replied to that woman and said, "I'm looking forward to her coming back out as straight and then being attacked by the left." He is straight. We all know this. And no one cares. Nobody is attacking him for being straight. We are just supporting him, and we're really happy that he is comfortable and out and proud. We love seeing people be themselves. Someone said, "I'm more worried about the parents," and Elliot's replies saying they are raising their kids as trans inspired by Elliot. "It's creepy AF. They want to involve kids, man." And that was when they actually were the ones that posted the thread of the parents. None of them, especially the ones that they took a screenshot of, they didn't say that they are raising their kids as trans inspired by Elliot. They said that their kids came to them and said they were trans. This has nothing to do with Elliot, but you know, these little wackadoo weirdos. So this guy is worried that parents are being supportive of their children. How concerning. How awful. Honestly, you should just have your kids taken away. So the original girl again, she said, "I just think we've become a really sick and soft society. Page needs help not being exploited for a dumb leftist political cause." Please tell me how he's being exploited. I would love to hear it. Someone responded to the original one about breaking her heart. Someone just said, "Ellen, the first step is to stop the indulgence." And I replied, "Elliot." And someone said, "If she wants to change her name, there's a legal process to do it. There's no biological process to change your sex. DNA remains the same, whatever you name yourself." I mean, there is a process to change your sex. You can have bottom surgery. It's all the same stuff, it's just in different rearrangements, and surgery is literally just switch into the other arrangement of the same stuff. So I don't know why people are so weird about it. but like no one is claiming to change biology or DNA. When will they understand that gender is a socially constructed concept designed to oppress women, actually? And from that stemmed homophobia and now transphobia, and it's just awful. This one is hilarious. Gender is a load of made-up horseshit that runs purely on stereotypes. Pixie cuts and flannel do not a man make. Yeah, actually, yes. This was his argument against being trans. But he's literally agreeing that gender is made up. What? So you know it's made up. Like, you just used my point to prove my point? I don't understand these people. He was so close. He was just so close to being right. But then he had to say that he's on track with reality. So one of these other guys which one is he? Okay, the one that was brought up DNA. I was just going in and correcting pronouns. I wasn't actually arguing with people. I would just be like he, his, because like, just use the right pronouns. It's not that hard. Who cares, honestly? I don't know why anyone cares what someone else's pronouns are. I will never understand. But I just corrected the pronouns and said he, his, and this dude responded XX chromosomes. And I said, you actually don't know that? And he said, I actually do. Hashtag trust the science, but is like making fun of leftists because it's in like the SpongeBob uppercase, lowercase, uppercase, lowercase. You know what I'm talking about? So here's the thing. When people want to bring up chromosomes, they just like completely ignore the fact that there's other genotypes beyond XX and XY, because we have XXY, XXYY. You can have XY but a mutated SARS gene and be female. Like, it's literally not just XXXY. It's not. There's more to it. They never want to acknowledge it. If you bring up different genotypes, people are always like, oh, you're using intersex people, you're exploiting intersex people for your own agenda. And I'm like, you're the one that brought up chromosomes. Don't understand. This dude also said, she, her, she has ovaries, men do not have ovaries. Not all women have ovaries either. 2, I don't care about gender, she's a woman. I identify as an Apache attack helicopter. I cannot fire missiles. They spelled missiles wrong too, I'm pretty sure. Why is it always an attack helicopter? It's always a helicopter. Why? What is their obsession with this? 3, your sex is your gender. No, sex does not equal gender. And that is acknowledged by scientists. Get on board, man. 4, in the womb, yes there are, but of course you think unborn babies aren't people. I never even said anything about that. These people are wild. Okay, but we're going to end it on a happy note, so this one is really sweet. Not that you'll read this yourself, Elliot, but I know other people and parents may. I am a loving, proud father, a transgender teenage son. Your voice on these topics and issues is so powerful, inspirational, and amazing. Thank you. And someone replied to them, sounds like you're a good, supportive father. Well done. Lots of trans kids don't get that, and I'm sure your son is very grateful. We love to see supportive parents, because unfortunately, a lot of the LGBT community gets very ostracized by their family, and it's really unfortunate. Hi, Pete. That is all I have for you today. I'm going to have a Vanessa Boki video next. If you haven't heard of her, feel very lucky and fortunate because she's awful. So that should be a fun one. Hi, Pete. Why are you looking at me like that? I hope you enjoyed this video. If you made it all the way here, I don't even know what I want to ask, actually. I am really happy for Elliot. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if there's anything you want me to react to. I will happily do it. Or if there's, I don't know, just give me any suggestions that you have. Video is coming out on Tuesday, which I believe is the 30th. Wednesday is Trans Visibility Day, and it is really important that we acknowledge it and we celebrate it. So I hope you have a wonderful day today and a wonderful Trans Visibility Day. Speak out, support your friends, and I will see you next Tuesday.